Hey guys, and welcome to today's episode of Leanne Jane Moments. Today I'm going to be sharing with you my journey of discovery to PCOS, how I got diagnosed, and how I've been managing the symptoms of PCOS ever since diagnosis just over a year ago. Fast forward 6 months, I was taken off metformin, and I remember seeing a consultant that day, and again, wasn't the consultant that I should have been seeing. And he said to me, "You've not lost any weight, you've not lost enough weight." And I said, "When you've got PCOS, do you know how hard it is to lose weight? I've tried everything. It's not going anywhere." And he said, "Until you lose weight, there's nothing that we can do for you." And I remember sitting in that office and I said, so what am I supposed to do? And the consultant said to me, "You need to lose weight." That's all he said to me. And he said, "There's nothing we can do for you because you can't have IVF because your BMI is too high. I've been trying all my life. So what do I do now?" And his response to me was point blank period. "You need to lose weight." There was no compassion or anything. He was just like, "I'm sitting here as an overweight man telling you that you need to lose weight. That's the only thing that's going to get you on your journey." I said, "But if I've been trying, what am I supposed to do?" And he said, "Try harder." And I just said, "Okay." I said, "Thank you, thanks for your help." And I left that session. I sat in my car that day and I cried. What was I going to go home and tell my husband? How did that appointment go? The only advice that the consultant could give me was lose weight. You guys have told me I've got PCOS, and you guys should know that when you have PCOS, losing weight isn't as simple as saying lose weight. But you're telling me that you can't help me, you can't do anything for me, you can't provide anything for me until I lose weight. How do I do it? How do I lose weight with PCOS? They can't tell me. February 2019, that was this year, that was my last appointment with my gynecology department. I haven't seen them since. The only thing I had to go on was the fact that I'd been diagnosed officially with PCOS. And that led me on a journey. That led me on such a journey to understand PCOS with all my symptoms, understand how I needed to manage PCOS, understanding what was bad for me, understanding how I now needed to nutritionally consume. Because at the end of the day, I wasn't losing weight, so I was doing something wrong. I was eating healthy food, what the world would say were healthy for normal people. But a lot of that food was contradictory to PCOS, which means it was affecting me negatively. So I had to start from scratch. I used to trawl the internet, trawl books, trawl websites, trawl social media groups. I needed to get this information. I needed to find out how to manage this thing myself because no one else was going to help me. So much for you to understand in managing your condition. It is not the end, it's just the beginning. I've been managing this condition by myself since February when I last went to see my gynecology team. And since then, I've managed to lose 5.5 stone. How have I lost 5.5 stone? I take a barrage of supplements, different things that, help to bolster my hormones to balance them out. And I'm going to do a video later on about the different supplements that are out there for PCOS and the ones that I take and how I found them to be. I take supplements. I've had to change my diet. Nutritionally, that is. I had to understand nutritionally what was good for PCOS and what was not, and really kind of reconfigure my brain, my mindset on the things that I eat, when I eat, how I eat. There's so many different things I've had to really, kind of run down and understand and research. But that's brought me to where I am today. That was back in February, I'm here now in October, and I can honestly say that it has been one of the hardest journeys of my life. But I'm grateful for it. I'm grateful because I know that I'm managing my weight now. Big thing, big thing, and I'm happy for that. And also, in lieu of managing my weight, I'm managing my hormone imbalances now. I've still got a long way to go. Long way to go. My menstrual cycles are evening out. I'm not here for 3 months anymore, people. I'm not here for 3 months. I think the first couple were 2 weeks. The last one was a bit dodgy because we went for about a month. But I'm not here for 3 months anymore, people. I'm not. Things are happening, things are changing, things are getting better. And it's only because I had to put the time into research. I had to put the time into understand what I had and how to manage it. And I can give general advice on how to manage this condition. But as I've mentioned before, every woman has different symptoms, which means she has different properties to manage, which means that you have to put the research and time in for yourself as well, to make sure that whatever you're doing to manage your symptoms is going to be right for you. There's not a one shoe fits all when it comes to PCOS at all. So the biggest thing for me moving forward is to keep my hormones balanced, and it's not easy. And sometimes I get so busy and consumed that taking all these tablets I have to take to keep my hormones stable can be a lot, and sometimes I miss days and I shouldn't. And I'm still training myself to try and keep up with everything. But you know what? I've had a great start. I'm on a great path. And as long as I can keep it up and stay consistent, I know that I'm going to have a great future in terms of managing this thing. The weight loss is growing great. As I say, I'm 5.5 stone down since I last saw the gynecologist in February. And I want to continue on the route that I am, to continue to, reduce my weight as much as possible. Biggest thing for me is building awareness for PCOS. It isn't on the radars. It isn't high enough a profile. And it's simply because unless you want to conceive, medical professionals don't think it's a big thing to be bothered about. But as I've mentioned in my previous video with the symptoms and what it can cause, and also even in this video when I said to you that, if you're not having a monthly menstrual cycle, all that lining builds up within you. And if it isn't shedding, that can cause cancer. It's that serious. So if we're not looking to conceive, we don't get diagnosed. Or if we do get diagnosed, they say it's not important because you don't want to conceive. We need to break the mindset that the only time that PCOS is important is when a woman wants to have children. It's important all the time because it can still cause so many different complications for your life. So my endeavour in trying to get where I need to get to is to build awareness for this. We have PCOS Awareness Month every September, and that is fantastic. That is great. However, we are not at the place where we can have PCOS awareness just 1 month out of the year. We are not at the place simply because people still don't know about PCOS. I've spoken to people that said before I started talking about this thing, they never heard of it in their life. Yet we have PCOS Awareness Month once every year. Clearly an example that it's not enough. There's not enough research being ploughed into this. There needs to be more money ploughed into this. PCOS isn't going anywhere. Remember, 1 in 10 women suffer from PCOS. 1 in 10. Who knows what that will be in a couple of years' time. So we need the research. We need the resources. We need the support. And because it's not there in our medical industry, there's little pockets of people popping up all over the place, all over the world, of sufferers that are trying to champion PCOS awareness and PCOS research and trying to support people that suffer, because there's no ready information out there to support sufferers. People are being diagnosed out here and left to manage themselves, with the only requirement from their medical personnel being go and lose some weight. And we need to help the medical industry to understand, giving the advice of go lose some weight is not going to fix this issue. Is not going to teach women how to manage this issue. I've said it before and I'll say it again. PCOS is every day for me. The symptoms that I suffer as a byproduct of PCOS is every day for me. Every day, every week, every month and every year. And whilst it's all that for me, it's going to be all that for everybody that subscribes to my channel and watches my videos pertaining to PCOS. I will campaign to the ends of the earth, simply because I know that I can't go through all of this for nothing. I literally fell into depression as soon as it was confirmed that I had PCOS. I remember going out and we went out and met with my pastor. And I sat there and I spoke to her about it, and I was just saying, and I had to stop myself from crying at the time. And I said, they said I got PCOS, and what is PCOS? And I explained to her what it was and how it affected people and how it was affecting me. I remember saying, I just don't understand why this is happening to me. I don't know why me. And she turned around and said to me, why not you? But the more I thought about her saying to me, why not me, was the more that I said, you know what? When I get to the place where I can carry this on my shoulders, when I get to the place where I'm out of this depressive state and where I've accepted this and I've learned to manage this thing myself, it will be why not me? Because I won't stop until I help somebody else who has this condition. I don't want to go into the future knowing that we still haven't made any headway with PCOS. We still haven't got the support mechanisms in place to support women who are diagnosed with PCOS, to give them the relevant information to take away to start to understand what they have and the steps they need to take to manage it. We can't do this anymore. We can't continue to allow women to walk around in circles in confusion, in depressive states because they've been diagnosed with something that they don't know what it is and how to manage it. I'm building this awareness for my generation and generations of the future, so that there'll be no confusion anymore. There'll be no more upset and heartbreak because we don't know what to do, but positive change to ensure that if somebody gets diagnosed with PCOS tomorrow, they'll instantly know where to go. They'll instantly know where to get support. They'll instantly know what steps they need to take on this lifelong journey in managing their condition. So guys, thanks again for tuning into my channel today. It's been such an emotional one for me. If you want to be one of the first people to be notified when I upload new content to my channel, all you have to do is click on the subscribe button, the red one at the bottom of this video, and you'll get all of my updates when content's uploaded to the channel. All I ask is that you share this video, you like it, even drop comments on the video, drop your questions on the video. Let's start a conversation about PCOS and how we move forward as a collective. It's not about me alone, it's not about you alone, but it's about a support network to make sure that, people don't suffer the way that we have had to. People don't have to face the troubles and the struggles that we have had to in trying to understand our condition and understand how to manage it. Thanks again, and I will see you again soon. Take care.